Yep. So I just came back from a long vacation. That's why I wasn't covering the case. I know. I went to every hearing before the trial, and when it came to the actual trial, I was nowhere to be found. But it didn't seem to be like anyone missed a beat. Everyone and their mom has been covering this shit to the T. So I think everyone pretty much knows what's going on at this point. However, a lot of people seem to not understand the context of the case. So the reason I'm making this video is because I just saw an argument between academics in Wayno. And Wayno was saying that he was kind of coming down on 6ix9ine for snitching because Wayno thinks that 6ix9ine snitching is the reason that a lot of these Treyway people are going to jail. That's not the case. He was saying something like, oh, these people have kids and you just put them in jail. No, that's not the case at all. If you think 6ix9ine snitching is the reasons we're going to jail, you're horribly mistaken. 6ix9ine actually saved 9 Trey. I'm not saying that was his intention. I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm not even here to defend him snitching. What I'm saying is that the only thing that 6ix9ine snitching did was speed this trial up. Because if you haven't been listening till now, the government had astounding evidence against these 9 Trey people. The phones were cloned. People were on video. People were on wiretap. There was no way these people were making out. So 6ix9ine was the first to plead guilty and cooperate with the government. And that in turn made other defendants plead guilty. And because they pled guilty, they got the mandatory minimum. If they didn't plead guilty and they all went to trial, they all would have lost. And there was no way in hell that judge is going to give them the mandatory minimum because the judge said it himself. If we went to trial, you would not get the mandatory minimum. And a lot of those people were facing a maximum of life. So they would have got somewhere in the middle, or actually we just got life. So, that being said, I'm not saying that he should not have snitched. I have no dog in this fight. I don't care either way. I do feel bad for a couple of people. I feel bad for Shadi and I feel bad for Kuda. And I feel bad for Shadi because Shadi was pretty much protecting 6ix9ine up until 6ix9ine said, fuck Treyway. And with Kuda, you told him to do something. He did it and then you snitched on him. So that's why I feel bad for Kuda. But either way, I'm not really pressed, on any of these people. And by the way, they have DNA evidence against Kuda, so it was a wrap for Kuda regardless. But still, you still snitched on him, so I do feel bad. I do feel bad about that. And if you think that I'm lying about this whole sentencing thing, watch what happens to these 2 people who went to trial. Let's see how much time they get. Let's see if they get the minimum. Okay, but anyway, like I said, again, 6ix9ine snitching is not the reason these people are going to jail. All that did was speed up the process because, again, there was an informant before 6ix9ine, Jorge. And by the way, if you predicted that in my earlier video, please comment on this so I can give you props, whatever that's worth. But people seem to predict that at one point. And I never said it was false. I just wasn't, convinced. But, I did acknowledge that was a possibility for sure. Because, like I said in that video, the snitch or the first informant had to be someone that was with them all the way back and knew the dealings of them. So I knew it couldn't have been 6ix9ine. I knew it couldn't have been academics. So it turns out it was Jorge, and some people were correct on that. That being said, I still want to see if my original prediction is correct and that 6ix9ine serves 0 time in federal prison. Because, like I said, God loves 6ix9ine, and that's going to be the title of the video I make if 6ix9ine actually makes it out with no Fed time. So, like always, like, subscribe, share, and comment, please, so we can have a discussion in comments. Peace.